The notion that the Satanic New World Order is behind the concept of global warming as a means to control the population is a conspiracy theory that has garnered significant attention in recent years. This ideology suggests that a group of powerful individuals and organizations are manipulating the narrative surrounding climate change to further their own interests and exert control over the global population. Proponents of this theory argue that the idea of global warming is fabricated, and the evidence supporting it is either exaggerated or falsified. They claim that the real agenda behind the promotion of global warming is to create a sense of agency and fear, which can then be leveraged to implement policies and regulations that restrict individual freedoms and consolidate power in the hands of the elite. One of the primary arguments made by those who subscribe to this theory is that the science behind global warming is not as clear-cut as it is often presented. They point to the fact that there are still many uncertainties and debates within the scientific community regarding the extent to which human activities are contributing to climate change. They also argue that the solutions proposed to address global warming, such as reducing carbon emissions and transitioning to renewable energy sources, are often overly burdensome and will have a disproportionately negative impact on certain sectors of the economy. However, the overwhelming majority of the scientific community disagrees with this assessment. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC), the current warming trend is of particular significance because it is largely driven by human activities, especially the emission of greenhouse gases from burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and other land use changes. The IPCC also notes that the continued emission of these gases will lead to further warming and have severe and far-reaching consequences, including rising sea levels, more frequent and intense heat waves, and altered ecosystems. It is also worth noting that the idea of a Satanic New World Order is a baseless conspiracy theory that has been widely debunked. There is no credible evidence to support the existence of a secret group of powerful individuals who are working together to control the world. In reality, the global response to climate change is being driven by a diverse range of stakeholders, including governments, international organizations, civil society, and the private sector. Furthermore, the solutions being proposed to address global warming are not about restricting individual freedoms, but rather about making a collective effort to reduce our impact on the environment and ensure a sustainable future for all. The transition to renewable energy sources, for example, is not only essential for reducing carbon emissions, but also has the potential to create new economic opportunities and improve public health. In conclusion, while the idea that the Satanic New World Order is behind the concept of global warming as a means to control the population may seem intriguing, it is a baseless conspiracy theory that has no basis in fact. The science behind global warming is clear, and the evidence supporting it is overwhelming. Rather than being driven by a secret group of powerful individuals, the global response to climate change is being driven by a diverse range of stakeholders who are working together to address this critical issue. It is essential that we approach this issue with a critical and nuanced perspective, recognizing both the urgency of the problem and the need for a collective and sustainable solution. Ultimately, the fight against climate change requires a collaborative effort and a commitment to evidence-based decision-making. By working together and relying on the best available science, we can reduce our impact on the environment, promote sustainable development, and create a better future for all. The notion that a group of powerful individuals is manipulating the narrative surrounding climate change is not only unfounded, but also a distraction from the real work that needs to be done to address this critical issue.